He cheated on me when I hit 110 kg. But that's not the end of my story. This is a real love story about betrayal, weight loss, body transformation, and finding yourself again. My name is Chloe, and once I lost not just my husband but myself. I used to be the girl everyone admired. Then I became the one no one noticed. Justin left me for someone else while I stayed up all night caring for our sick child. Eating my pain away. 110 kilograms. Silence. Loneliness. Until one day, I walked into a gym, and I fell. And that's when someone reached out, not to my body, but to me. Steven. He believed in me before I believed in myself. He filmed my transformation when I couldn't even look at myself. And while I was changing, thousands started changing with me. And then he came back. But it was too late. Because I was no longer the Chloe who waited. I became the Chloe no one could break.
Love Stories Max. Welcome to my channel. Enjoy watching, friends.
He chose a skinny girl. Then he saw me again. I remember the day I first saw Justin. I was 16 and the world felt so simple, almost naive. Sunlight streamed through the tall classroom windows, and dust floated in the air like it was dancing. I sat at the back desk, spinning a pen between my fingers, pretending to be busy. But really, I was just waiting for one thing, for him to turn around again. And he did. His eyes met mine for just a second, but it was enough to make my heart race. I didn't know it then, but that single glance would change my entire life. My name is Chloe. And this is the story of how I loved. We started dating almost without anyone noticing. At first, it was short conversations after class, walking home together, his jacket over my shoulders when the evenings got cold. He always laughed at my jokes, even when they weren't that funny. And I pretended not to notice the way he looked at me. The first time he took my hand was outside the school. I remember every detail. The cold wind brushing against my face, his palm warm and a little rough, and how suddenly I felt calm, like I had finally found my place. We grew up together. We took exams together. We were afraid of the future together. We dreamed about a life that was just beginning together. When we got into the same university, it felt like a sign from fate. We spent hours in the library. I explained the things I understood better, and he patiently helped me through the subjects where I lost confidence. "We'll make it," he would say, gently touching my hand, and I believed him. We always supported each other, even when it was hard, even when we wanted to give up. After graduation, he proposed. There was no fancy restaurant, no crowd of people. Just the two of us, a quiet park, a soft evening, and his slightly trembling voice. "Chloe, will you be my wife?" I cried. Not from sadness, but because sometimes happiness is so big it doesn't fit inside your heart. Our wedding was warm and sincere. I was in a white dress, he was in a suit that didn't quite fit him. But to me, he was the most handsome man in the world. I was beautiful back then. Slim, light, confident. I remember the way people looked at me, and the way he looked at me. With love. When I got pregnant for the first time, we were happy. I looked at my reflection in the mirror, ran my hand over my barely visible belly, and smiled. "I'm going to be a mom," I whispered. The labor was hard. Very hard. I remember the pain, the screams, the tears, and the moment they placed a tiny baby boy on my chest. Our son. We named him Frank. Back then, I didn't even notice how my body had changed. Yes, I gained weight a lot. My face became rounder, my arms softer, my waist disappeared. But I thought, it's okay. I'll give birth, recover, go to the gym. Everything will go back to how it was. Life decided otherwise. Frank got sick often. Very often. Sleepless nights became normal. Medicine, doctors, fevers, crying. I lived between his crib and the kitchen. I ate on the go, forgot about myself, about my body, about my dreams. I looked in the mirror less and less, because the girl I used to know wasn't there anymore. I started noticing that Justin had changed. First, it was small things. He hugged me less. He looked into my eyes less often. He stopped telling me I was beautiful. And then he just became colder. I tried not to think about it. I told myself it was stress, work, exhaustion. But deep inside, I felt it. Something was changing. And not for the better. 2 years later, I got pregnant again. I remember holding the test in my hands. My heart was racing, not just from joy but from fear. Could I handle this? Could our marriage handle this? I gave birth to a daughter. Small, delicate, perfect. We named her Samantha. I held her in my arms and cried. She was perfect. Me? I weighed over 110 kilograms. My body felt foreign to me. Stretch marks covered my skin. My movements were heavier, and exhaustion never left me. I no longer recognized myself. And the worst part, I could see that he didn't recognize me anymore either. Sometimes at night, when the kids were asleep, I quietly walked up to the mirror. I looked at myself, for a long time, in silence, and I asked, "Where are you, Chloe?" That same girl from school, who believed in love, who laughed for no reason, who was as light as the wind, she was still here, just lost somewhere between sleepless nights, children's cries, and the coldness of someone I once called my whole world. I didn't notice it right away. Justin just started drifting away. First just a little, then more. He began staying late at work. First an hour, then 2. Then I stopped checking the clock. I would set the table and wait. The food would get cold. The kids would fall asleep. And I would sit there in silence, trying not to think. One evening, I went out to his car to grab a grocery bag. And I saw it. A bright red lipstick lying on the floor. I never wore colors like that. Never. My hand started shaking. I picked it up, stared at it for a long time like it held the answer to every question I was too afraid to ask. Then I put it back. Like nothing had happened. But inside something broke. After that, I started noticing more. The scent of another woman's perfume on his shirt. Long blonde hairs on his jacket. The distant look in his eyes when I talked. And do you know what hurt the most? He didn't even try to hide it. Like I didn't matter anymore. I didn't scream. I didn't make scenes. I just ate. Sweet pastries. Ice cream late at night. Slices of cake straight from the fridge. Every pain I drowned in sugar. Every tear with another bite. And with every day, I became more of a stranger to myself. My mom, Rosa, looked at me with worry. "Chloe, you need to stop. You're losing yourself. And you'll lose him if you don't change." I stayed silent, because deep down, I already knew the truth. I had already lost him. One day he just said, "I'm leaving." No yelling, no explanations, no fight. He just left. For her, our divorce was quiet, like someone erased our life with an eraser. I signed the papers and felt nothing, except emptiness. I loved him, even then, even after everything. 6 months passed. I learned how to live again. Not fully, but somehow. And then one day I saw them. In a store. Justin stood next to a tall, slim blonde woman. She was laughing, and he was looking at her. The way he once looked at me. I couldn't breathe. The world shrank into a single point. I hid behind a shelf and just watched. Quietly. Without tears. Because the pain had gone deeper than tears. At home the kids would ask, "Mom, where's Dad?" I would smile and say, "Dad is the captain of a big ship. He's on a long voyage right now." They believed me, and I felt my heart crack a little more every single time. Sometimes at night I lie awake and wonder, did this happen because of my weight? Because I stopped being the Chloe he fell in love with? Or maybe his love just wasn't as strong as I believed? I still don't know, but I know one thing. I didn't just lose my husband, I lost myself. Now, I have to find myself again, from scratch. It had been about a week since I saw them at the store, and something inside me finally broke, or maybe finally woke up. I stood in front of the mirror for a long time. Not a minute, not 2, a long time. This isn't the end, I whispered to myself. This can't be my ending. The next day I called my mom. Rosa came quickly like she always did. "Can you watch the kids, please?" I said, avoiding her eyes. "I need to go out." She didn't ask questions. She just hugged me, and that almost made me cry. I stood outside the gym for 10 minutes, maybe more. My hands were cold. My heart was racing. I almost left, but I had already bought the membership. And for the first time in a long time, not for someone else, for me. When I walked inside, I felt exposed. Slim, athletic bodies everywhere. Smooth skin. flat stomachs, confident movements, and me, an oversized shirt, heavy breathing, a body I didn't even recognize as my own. I felt like everyone was staring, like everyone was thinking, what is she doing here? I lowered my eyes. I almost walked out, but something inside whispered, stay. I walked up to a treadmill. My legs felt shaky. I stepped on and started walking, slowly, carefully. Every step felt heavy, but I kept going. Then, I increased the speed, a little more, and suddenly I was jogging, light, awkward, but moving. And in that same moment, my body rebelled. My chest burned. A sharp pain hit under my ribs. My breathing fell apart. My shirt quickly soaked with sweat. I tried to stop, but something went wrong. The world tilted, and I fell. Are you okay? I heard a voice, warm, calm. I looked up and saw him, Steven, tall, athletic, strong, but that wasn't what mattered. He looked at me without judgment, just human. He reached out his hand, and after a moment, I took it. His grip was firm, steady, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel ashamed. First time here? He asked. I nodded. That's normal, he smiled. No one starts perfect. His voice felt like permission to not be perfect. He helped me up, showed me how to breathe properly, how to warm up, how to begin without breaking myself. We did a light stretch together, and something strange happened. I felt better, not just physically, inside, like someone gently lifted a piece of the pain I had been carrying for years. Slow, okay, he said. You're not here to prove anything to anyone. You're here for yourself. For the first time in a long time, I smiled, a real one. I'm Chloe, I said quietly. Steven, he replied. And in that moment, I realized something important. Maybe I lost myself, but I had just taken my first step toward finding myself again. I started coming back to life. Not fast, not perfectly, but step by step. I kept going to the gym again and again, and every time I walked in, I saw him. Steven. Hey, Chloe, he'd say, and somehow that alone made things easier. We started talking more. First just a few words, then longer conversations. He asked how I felt. I asked how to do things right. And between sets, something warm started to grow. Not romance, support, something I had been missing for so long. One day he said, stay after your workout. I want to talk. I was nervous, more nervous than my first day in the gym. We sat on soft couches, holding lemon water. I remember the drops sliding down the glass, while my heart was beating faster than after running. Chloe, he said, I want to offer you something more. I stayed quiet. I can guide you, fully. Training, nutrition, everything. He paused. I know you can change. For real. Something tightened inside my chest. And I'd like to film your journey. I looked at him surprised. I have a YouTube channel, and your story, it could inspire thousands. My first instinct was to say no, because shame, because fear, because I knew how I looked. But he quickly added, if you don't like it, we won't post anything. You'll watch every video first, and only if you say yes, we upload. He looked me in the eyes. Think about it. One day, that night I opened YouTube. I watched video after video, people changing, crying, falling, getting back up. And at some point, I saw myself, not who I was, but who I could become. And I decided. I said yes. Everything became real. Steven gave me a nutrition plan. No more late-night cake. No more eating my pain. Every day was a fight. With myself. With habits. With my past. A month passed. I lost only 3 kilograms. I stood on the scale and almost cried. That's it. It felt like all my effort meant nothing. But he looked at me calmly. That's normal, Chloe. We just started. Then he smiled and showed me his phone. Look at this instead. Comments. Hundreds of them. You're strong. Don't give up. I started losing weight because of you. I couldn't believe it. Is this about me? Yes, he said. You're already inspiring people. and something inside me shifted. I couldn't quit anymore. Not just for me. I started training harder, stronger. I woke up thinking about the gym. I went to sleep with sore muscles and a strange kind of happiness inside. I wasn't a victim anymore. I was becoming an example. 6 months passed, and one day he said, "Chloe, come here." We sat down. He opened a video. "This is your first day." I watched, and I didn't recognize myself. That woman looked heavy, tired, lost. And then me now. A waist, lighter movement, alive eyes. I covered my mouth. "Is that me?" My eyes filled with tears. "That's you," he said softly. And for the first time in a long time, I looked at myself and felt not shame, but pride. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm not who I used to be. And most importantly, I will never lose myself again. I was afraid of this moment for a long time. Introducing my kids to Steven felt fragile, like one wrong step could break everything. But one warm afternoon we met in the park. Leaves whispered above us. Sunlight slipped through the trees. Frank held my hand, and little Samantha ran ahead. I saw him from a distance. He looked nervous, just like me. "This is Steven," I said softly. He crouched down to the kids' level. "Hi, I heard you like ice cream more than workouts," he smiled. Frank laughed, and in that moment, something inside me relaxed. We walked together, talked, laughed, and I caught myself thinking, this is what peace feels like. Not passion, not pain, peace. Our first date was simple. No luxury, no pretending. A small cafe, warm lights, rain against the window. I was nervous, like I was 16 again. "Chloe," Steven said softly, looking into my eyes, "I need to tell you the truth." I froze. I believed in you from day one. His voice was calm, honest, and I think I fell in love with you that same day. My heart skipped. "And the channel," he smiled a little awkwardly. "I started it just to spend more time with you." I didn't know what to say, because there was no game in his words, only truth. "But you know what's crazy?" he added. "It worked. People started changing with you. The channel got monetized and became something bigger." I laughed softly through tears. "We helped people?" "You did," he said. "You helped them." One day, someone knocked on the door. I opened it and saw him, Justin. He looked unsure. "I came to see the kids," he said. He hadn't seen them in a long time. They ran to him, and he looked at me for a long time, like he was trying to understand. "Chloe," and I saw it in his eyes. He recognized me, the Chloe he once loved. But that story was over. Later he called. Once, twice, 3 times. I looked at my phone and didn't answer. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but because I wasn't waiting for him anymore. I stood in front of the mirror. Same habit, same me. But now, I saw a woman who went through pain, betrayal, loss, and didn't break. Steven wrapped his arms around me. "What are you thinking about?" he asked softly. I smiled. That sometimes we lose everything just to find ourselves. I turned to him, and for the first time in a long time, I knew for sure. I was loved not for my body, not for my looks, but for who I am. And you know, maybe the most important thing I learned is this. I didn't lose weight to win him back. I changed to get myself back. And only then, someone came into my life who saw the real me, even before I could see her myself.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new stories. And also write in the comments how you liked this story on a scale of 1 to 5. Watch the following video and enjoy watching.